Hi everyone, happy Friday, happy October 2nd. We're officially in the spooky month, but also here at Kits and Caboodles, we are not only going to be coloring fall and Halloween related stuff, but we are co-hosting a color along with John, the Bibliophile Colorist, here on YouTube. It is Cattober Coloring 2020 is the official hashtag, so it is a month all about cats, which probably isn't that big of a surprise to y'all that I would do that I would agree to co-host a color along involving cats. So a little bit to unpack here at the beginning, by the way. If you just want to get to the books, as always in the description there are timestamps when I go through each book, so you can pick and choose, or you can just go straight through them, however you want to do. I always do that, and that's no different here, but I do have a few things to say here at the start of the month before we get going. So I said when I did my fall and Halloween featured books this year, a few weeks ago, I think, or was it last week? It was last week. I said that in terms of occasion and seasonal coloring, fall and Halloween, that's the most types of books that I have in those categories. So like for starting at September, I pulled out all my books that have just cats in them. I eliminated any book that has other animals in it. I also eliminated any Christmas cat related books because we'll be covering those probably here in a month or two. I also took out the Marjorie Sarnett cat related books because of course we already flipped through those in September. But when I got done, and again, should not come as a shock to anybody, but my cat only themed coloring books are just excessive. Like, I'm going to show y'all a picture in a minute. By far, the biggest number of coloring books in a theme I have are cats. Again, shouldn't be a surprise. But I'm going to put a picture in right here if you want to see the full stack that I have to work with this month. So let me put that in here. Okay, so you saw the whole stack, right? And I it took a while to sort them out, how I wanted to do them. Fortunately, I think I have five Fridays this month, don't I? Yes. Fortunately, I have 5 Fridays. But all of these flip throughs are going to be longer than most because they're going to have 10 plus books probably in each flip through. Some of them I'll try to cut it down if it's a color by number or something like that, where a lot of the pages are similar and it's hard to see them, like a mosaic or something. We might just look at a couple pages or something. So I will trim where I can, but I want to try to squeeze them all in because I just think it'll be fun. So yeah, if you're not a fan of cats, for my flip throughs this month, my flip through Fridays, I'm sorry. I will be doing other flip throughs probably on Wednesdays. I do have a couple new books I ordered. I'll probably do a flip through of those next Wednesday. Those are not cat related. So there might be a couple that aren't cat related this month, but the Friday ones are going to be devoted to cats. So yeah, I guess we better get started on this week. So this week I grabbed a lot of the books that don't really go, like, they're not, I have some books, you'll see, let me go ahead and put this here. You'll see a number of books featured by Deborah Muller, Eva Carrera. I've got a whole week of Dover, a whole flip through Friday of Dover cat related books. I'm trying to think. Jade Summer, you'll see some of that. There are some really nice grayscale cat books I have. And there's quite a few that just don't really fit into any particular category, so we're going to cover some of those today. So they're kind of all over the place. We have a variety of well-known artists, maybe not so well known, some Amazon printed books, just a bunch of random and unique books, definitely across the board this month. So, without further ado, now that we're at the 5-minute mark, I'm going to get started. So, Lulu Mayo is probably pretty well known. Most people are familiar. She's got a number of books out. It's not just cats. She's got mermaids and bears and unicorns and sloths and owls and dogs. And you can tell I'm very much a fan of her work. But of course, my favorite book out of all the ones that she has done is A Million Cats. So this is, let me find a standard size coloring book. Let's grab the Autumn Inspirations one. Oh, also, in these flip throughs, I should have said this at the start, this does not include the books that had cat pictures in them that aren't necessarily cat or animal related books either. If we did that, probably half my collection would have at least one cat picture in it. So y'all might see me color from other books this month that aren't necessarily cat books, but in keeping with the theme, like I said, that's why I'm just doing specifically cat books for Fridays. So Autumn Inspirations color by number, y'all saw me flip through this recently. It is roughly 8.5 by 11. It's a standard size coloring book. The Lulu Mayo books are smaller, so keep that in mind. If I don't say how many images are in them, I will put them in the description as I always do. Here is the back. A lot of times you can find her books on Book Outlet, discounted. You can also find them, like her newest ones, usually at Walmart, and then of course other sites like Amazon and Book Depository. These are published by Lark Publishing. They are double-sided, so I have seen people have success with some water-based mediums in this without them bleeding through, but for me, I have 2 copies. One of them I'm doing marker in, which, yeah, is like right here. Let me show you this real quick. This is one I'm working on. I hope, as an abandoned whip, I hope to actually finish this month. I'm blacking in the background here with like a Sharpie, and you can see it definitely bleeds through. This was alcohol marker, and you can see it definitely bled through. So keep that in mind. Like I said, I grabbed 2 copies, and then this will be like my pencil copy. So this is the untarnished version. The untarnished version. Her books are so adorable. So adorable. The biggest problem I have with them is when you get the double-sided right here, like the art goes into the middle and it's like a stitched, you can actually see it right here, it's a stitched binding. But the art going into the middle is a little difficult for me, so I kind of hate that, but that's the image you saw earlier. I don't know what possessed me to blacken the background. I just really wanted to do that. And that's something I would love to see her do on some of her pages, is have like one of the other than like the art going into the binding, the only other real thing like I would like to see her do in future books is have some of these with a black background. I think that would be super cool. But her art is just absolutely adorable. You get a variety of like little pattern type pages, a little bit more simple images. You get some that are a little more complex and have like actual drawn in patterns in them. I love these little, like, I don't know, squash cats, I guess. but she also puts in some of her, as she puts out new books, a lot of times she'll put in animals and characters from her other books into the images as well. So sometimes, like if you're in the Mermaids book, you will probably see some mercats and merdogs, and I can't quite remember what all's in there, but you'll see some of the other animals as well. I love the ones when they're like when they're uh, dressed up as, and they have like, I guess, human expressions or normal cat expressions depending on. I love this picture. Y'all saw a glimpse of the one I did um, using like marker and gel pen, but I love this picture where the ghost is coming out of the teapot. I think it's great. I think this was one of her like earlier publishings. I love this picture too. I've seen people color this one and it is gorgeous. I've not tried very much, like a lot of different things in these books. I think mostly just marker and colored pencil. Though I would be very curious. I think watercolor pencils, and I've seen other people, I think John's actually used watercolor pencil in her books, and it seems like it works really well. I like this one where he's stretched out and either yawning or screaming, I guess, depending on how you look at it. But I think he's used, John used watercolor pencil in one a while back in one of her books, and it looked like it didn't bleed through or anything, so that might be a good option to try. All right, book one, like 12 minutes in. Oh, buckle up, grab some coffee or drink of your choice. If you want to see all these, but again, if you just only want to see certain ones, I've always got timestamps. Let me pause this for a second. All right. I was sitting here and I was like, I know I have a completed page in this book that I didn't see, and I guess that was the period of time I was actually cutting my pictures out, so I found it. If I do these flip throughs, I try to show you all the pictures if I actually kept them in the books. So, Zendoodle Coloring presents Nice Kitty, a cat lover's coloring book. Here is the back. It says St. Martin's Griffin Publishing. As far as an actual artist, I don't really see one. Here it is. Designs Michelle L. Trombley, I guess. So, which I'll show you all that in a minute. It is, again, a little bit shorter than a standard 8.5 by 11, but it is like a little bit wider. So, I cannot remember where I got this, as I did not get it at Ollie's because there's not Ollie sticker on the back. I don't remember. Okay. Well, here is one of the pictures I completed. This is the one that I pulled out. This was done using gel pen. I think I was doing a live stream with this one. So let me stick that back there. It's a title page. They also have a dog lovers type coloring book as well. So here is, you could color this in if you like. So again, it is called Zendoodle, and if you're not familiar with Zendoodle, it's basically putting patterns within the art or the drawings, basically creating patterns within your art. So if you are not a fan of this kind of style, you're probably not going to like this book. So heads up there. And this was another one, I think I did that one on live stream as well, actually. These are single-sided, which is super cool. They have quotes on the other side, like on the backs of the pages, which I love. Like this one says, "Cats don't have friends, they have co-conspirators," by Darby Carley. So I like that a lot. Now some of these images, like that one, is a little are not quite as complex looking. If you're like me, a lot of times these little patterns like this can get overwhelming because My brain sees them and my brain thinks I've got to color all these different little colors. And you don't have to. I do have this one bookmarked because this was flagged a while back, and I mean, you can see why. It's an adorable picture. And I can do marker in this book too because they are single-sided. I don't know, I kind of want to do that picture this month. This is a good, there's some good marker images like that, but overall I think this is a good like marker and gel pen kind of book for me. But like I could color this whole section here just one solid color. I don't have to color all these little circles their own color and everything. That's why I try to tell myself. I've lived with several Zen masters, all of them cats. I like that he is, he doesn't have any pattern and then he's surrounded with patterns. I don't know, that image is real pretty to me, the way he stands out. This picture I have seen before, and I have seen it in another book. And it's a book that's out of print right now, as far as I can tell. Yeah, I struggled a bit with that too, because I do have some books that are technically out of print, and so I kind of hesitated. I was like, should I show those? But you might be able to find them on sites, you know, where people are selling them, like eBay or something. A lot of times people will sell, you know, coloring books they're not using, and they might be out of print books. And if you really want it, you might be willing to pay a little bit more for it. I've seen that one too. As you can tell, they're very similar images. I don't know if it's a crossover because the artist is the same. I don't know if it's a crossover because it's not supposed to be a crossover. I don't know. I'm not making any claims here, but you will see that in a couple of these books. You will see some replication of images, and in a lot of the cases I don't think it's necessarily that it was done, you know, like there was anybody stealing images. I don't think that's happening. I think there's just some overlap with some of the artists where they'll publish images in one book and then maybe they pull those images into another book. So he just looks so sassy. Cats choose us, we don't own them. Yep, there's I feel like there is some truth in that statement. There's quite a few images in this one too, so. And if you're not big on backgrounds, this would be a good book, because a lot of this, it just focuses on the cat images themselves. That one's cute. I like his big eyes there. Wow. There are quite a few of those types of images in here. I like that one too. This is going to be a hard month, y'all. It's going to be such a hard month for me, because as I'm flipping through these books, like I did, like I'm doing with any of my collection flip throughs, I'm seeing images and I'm like, oh, I want to color that. And I mean, that's great because this is, you know, Cattober, but for the cat books, that's great. But I have so many images I want to color. Obviously, time is a constraint. I like that we're doing something that's not Halloween related, because as much as I love my fall and Halloween books, some of the books I'm getting a little burnout on and using like fall colors and stuff. So this gives me a different theme to jump to, where, oh, I have plenty of Halloween cat related stuff and I have plenty of fall cat stuff. In fact, that may be the coloring chat y'all see next Monday. Not gonna make any promises, but I think I know which book I'm gonna color in, and it is a color by number, but I'll Well, I'll just go ahead and tell you. I think I'm going to color out of Autumn Inspirations. And I think I'm going to color the one with the pumpkin and the cat. Because y'all saw me eyeing that when I did the flip through of that book. Anyway, back to this one. I think we're just going to stick, and George Tufexis is not a simple image. His color by numbers are not simple color by numbers. But it's funny, I'm doing a flip through the cat books, and then I'll be coloring in a book that's not necessarily just cats. But again, that's my point. There's just, I guess I will color as much as I can color, and then at the end of the day, that'll be that. I would like I had plans to finish a book this month, and I don't know if that's going to happen, guys. Anyway, there's the image y'all saw earlier. Beware people who dislike cats. So again, I think this is I've not tried colored pencil in it, but if you like using marker, if you really like using gel pens, I think this would be a good choice if you do like the Zendoodle type patterns. Oh my gosh, this is going to be such a long video, y'all. I don't know why I am not speeding through these. No, I do know why, because, you know, I love cats. It's obvious that this is my favorite theme. I love collecting the books. The challenge this month is going to be actually coloring the cats. That's going to be the challenge for me. So this is a Coloring Heaven collection issue. This was not part of their regular subscription. I did go take a peek on their site, and if you look in the Coloring Heaven collection section, the Cats 2019 issue is still available as like a single issue purchase. Their collections you have to purchase separately. They're not part of their subscription. My personal thoughts on that we're not going to go into. But anyway, I don't think they've put, well, if they've put out a cat, they have not put out a Cats 2020, because obviously I would have purchased that. They know me. Anyway, this one's still available, and so I wanted to show this one. There's 48 designs in this. This is a little bit bigger than an 8.5 by 11. It is taller. I do really like the type of paper Coloring Heaven uses in their books. If you are in the UK, this will probably be cheaper. If you are anywhere outside of the UK, it may take some time to get to you, and it will be a little more expensive. So FYI on that. So there's 3 artists they feature here: Jess Erskine, Sayo Kurami, and Meg Takac. Oh my goodness. And so they list which designs are theirs. I think out of the 3 artists, Jess Erskine, her designs are my favorite. And that's the ones we're starting off with. And these are the ones that made me purchase this, because they're just so cute. They're so cute, y'all. Why have I not colored in this book, y'all? Why have I not done this? Oh my gosh. The angry sushi cat. I can't, y'all. I can't. Gosh. And these are single-sided, as you can see. So you can use markers, not have to worry about bleed through. I've used pencil in these. I've used marker. I like them both. He's so happy in his donut. Have I used water-based mediums? Oh, he's so angry. That looks like Scamper. That was a look Scamper was giving me sitting on her fancy sofa last week after she came back from the vet. Love it. Oh my gosh. These are so adorable. It is kind of weird because they're drawn as food. I mean, yeah, that's obviously, I have plenty, you know, if you have cats, you know all about having cat hair in various things, so that's not a surprise, but I certainly don't want the entire cat in there. See, he's not angry about being, that is not sushi. What is that called? Sashimi? Oh my goodness. I don't know. This one should be super easy, right? Because I'm not touching the cat. It would just be the ice cream cone and just the look. Oh my gosh, y'all. That is me with some pancakes with syrup on it. Man, carbs, that is my jam. I don't know if he's bringing the pizza to him, if he's blowing up the pizza. I don't really know what he's doing there. Taco cat. Why have I not colored in this? Why? Why have I not done it? I could leave like all the cats. That would be cool. Like leave all the cats white in her pictures and then just color the rest of the image. I think that would be cool. So now we move to the next artist, which is Sayo Kurami, if I'm not mispronouncing that. Hers are definitely more detailed. She does have some grayscale in here. These, I'm not gonna lie, are a little intimidating to me. Like, I just don't think this is really small, small patterns. I could see myself coloring just one big color. Just one color for all of it. These are cool and these are cute. I'm not, you probably won't see me color very many of these. That one's cute. Oh, we do have some landscapes. Oh, thought I had something stuck in here. Golly, you can see a massive bruise on my arm. I don't know where I got that, y'all. That one I like with the little floating desserts. Okay. For a minute there I thought this wasn't landscape, but it is. You got like the spoon, and this is the cow jumped over the moon. Is it nursery rhyme? I don't know. Brains not function. I did not sleep well last night, guys. Like here, how? I mean, I don't even know how you could color that with it. You could probably pick out a few things, but it would be extremely hard to color all those little details. This one I like a lot. That would probably be the one I would color for sure out of these. But again, this might be more your style. You may like the smaller details. You might like some of the grayscale style. So now we move to Meg Takac, and hers is not quite as detailed. Is that like a, looks almost like a ink thumbprint thing? Oh well. Hers are adorable. I love that thing. That cat just looks so fancy. That's adorable. 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 That would be Maggie for sure. If I had a pouch in my sweater. And of course he's a little pudgy, so he would totally stretch out the pouch. I just love the kids with their cat buddies. It's so cute. And then here's the back cover. There we go. Jason Hamilton, Cats and Quilts. Again, roughly 8.5 by 11. I believe this is an Amazon printed book. No, I am wrong. This is not an Amazon printed book. Jason Hamilton, you may be familiar with that name. He does quite a few books, really cool books. I have a number of his Etsy images. Oh my gosh, and we have not even looked at my digital. We're not even looking at my digital collection this month, guys. We're just now. Sorry, I had to grab some coffee, but I have a lot of images I've purchased off Etsy that are cat related by Jason Hamilton, but we're not doing the we don't have time. We don't have time to cover my digital copies this month. So we're just gonna stick with the books. This was early on. Like, I bought this pretty early on in my collection. I've had this for a long time. So there's 24 illustrations, single-sided. He does full-size page versions, and then he does also little 4x6 images copies at the end, which is really kind of neat. I like that. Just in case you could, use them, like scan them and use them as a card, or you could frame them in little 4x6 frames. I mean, there's all kinds of things you can do. Nameplate page, copyright page. Blue Cat Gallery. Now, this was back in 2016, so this is like a 4-year-old book. Some of that might have changed, but, a little bit of information if you want to pause and read. So these are not super, they don't have to be super complicated images, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. They are single-sided. I love that one. So fluffy. So fluffy. Super cute. He's like trying, like, he doesn't want him to see something, like something horrible happen. He's like, I don't want you to see that. I like that one where he's snapping. This is probably the most realistic one for my cats. Either that or them laying on the bed. That's so cute. I think some of the images I downloaded of his were Christmas related, so I may be able to show those around Christmas. I love this one. This one has a little more detail to it. And again, you can go as detailed with the patterns as you like. That one's really cute with the kittens. I love fireplace pictures. I don't know what it is, but I love me some fireplace pictures. So I think this is one of them. I have used gesso on some of these pages because I wanted to try some water mediums at one point. So some of these pages might look a little funny. Like I gessoed it and then didn't come back to it. So he does not look pleased. So this is the one I've colored in here so far. I think I used, was it just Copics in this one? Might have been. I think I used my Copics in this. It turned out really cute. Really liked it. I'm sure I colored it. Might have been I like this one a lot. I did do I think it was a Feline February color along last year, and I bet that was where that one came from. So this was a page that I also gessoed, and I used it as a playing around page, and I was not super pleased. I can't remember what I was using, but I was not real pleased with it. So that's kind of why I held off on the other page. And then I ended up getting gesso over like half the book. So these are the same images, but they are 4x6 size. So, for example, golly, that bruise looks terrible. I'm sorry y'all have to witness that. You see, I got some of the gesso on some of the pages. Anyway, so there are, I won't flip through all these. I just want to show you a few of what they look like in the 4x6. And then some more images. Again, I'm not sure if this domain even exists anymore. I do know Jason Hamilton has an Etsy store, so, and then I don't know what happened to that page. No, I'm wrong. This was printed. I missed that. This is an Amazon printed book. So, Cats and Quilts. I found this at Ollie's for like 90 cents. Yeah. It is just, it's, you know, what the type of coloring books we got like when we were kids. Kittens to color. It comes with kitten stickers too. Did buy 2 copies of this because it is it is double-sided, just in case I did want to use markers, and it was 90 cents. I feel like I'm channeling Macklemore there. I'm not gonna, never mind. Anyway, roughly 8.5 by 11. It's a little bit smaller. There's 50 stickers. I cannot remember how many pages are in here. I'll have to look later. It says all photographic images from iStock Photo except Benjamin Tarode, Moment Open, Getty Images. And it was Parragon's the one that published this. And Parragon sounds familiar to me. So here are the cute kitten stickers again. I tell you what, I need to, like, during the month, just take a kitten sticker and just, I'll keep this, try to keep this sheet. Actually, we'll probably move to the new sheet, but over the month, we'll just add little kitten stickers. I think that's a good idea. So this is like a real thin, grayish colored paper. These are, like I said, this is kind of your standard coloring book look that most of us are familiar with. These are really simple images, but they're just adorable. And I mean, for that price, like I said, I did get 2 copies. You can see some of the print on the other side as well. I'll probably use a lot of marker in these, and then just like I said, don't worry about the other side, though I would definitely put a blotter page in for these. They're just cute. Little simple images. You know, I want to color some cats, but I don't want to do anything complicated. These would probably be good images when I'm sitting in the living room watching TV. It'd also be like I could do little dots on the wall here in the background. My guess is anything water-based would probably disintegrate this paper, so I'll probably stick to alcohol markers or colored pencils or even crayons. Crayons might be a good idea. I've seen people take crayons and then use like the alcohol blenders and different types of liquids to kind of melt them down. That might be something cute to try in here. I don't think I have any crayons. I used to. I still have too much, but hard to believe, but I've done a lot of sorting and cutting down over the years. There are quite a few images in this book, so that's cool. That one seems to be a little lighter for some reason. I'm not sure why. Oh no, there's a dog in here. Whatever will I do? Kind of reminds me of like Tom and Jerry or whatever. Alright, Kittens to color. Sherri Baldy, My-Besties, Cat Lovers Coloring Book. I believe this is the only Sherri Baldy book I own. But of course I saw this and I was like, well, of course. This is an Amazon printed book. 2 copies of 25 unique images. 8.5 by 11. A little bit about Sherri Baldy here on the front. And then we get to the images. These are single-sided. I believe all of them have frames, which I like. if you do like doing backgrounds, this gives you a good like stopping point when they do the frames. Oh, okay, so the two images are right next to each other. So, and these are really cute. I, again, have not colored in this book. I have no excuse other than just I have an issue with cute cat books and then actually coloring the cats. And again, these are not super complicated pictures, so I don't know. There's only so much time. Y'all saw that stack. And I mean, that's the cat books. Now you know why I have said I need to switch to more mindful buying at this point. Because trust me, I've gone through my collection multiple times and been able to weed out some books successfully, but the cat books in particular are really hard to part with, obviously. And I've kind of gotten it to the point now where I'm attached to all the books I have, so oh my gosh, sorry if y'all hear that. I was going to actually do this one outside because I know a lot of y'all kind of like the outside sounds, except for the, you know, obviously not the loud motors. I like the little kind of magician looking cat. That's cute. But where they're doing construction on that house across the street, they were making a lot of noise. I like the little bookworm kitty. They're doing construction. They were using some sort of grinder or something. It was really loud. And I was like, nope, not going to be able to do that for this one. Oh, there's a good Halloween one right there. Again, that's why I was like, we're not even covering the Halloween books that have cats in them. Here's a good Christmas one. So many cats, y'all. Ooh, I like the little pearls and stuff. She's very fancy. Now I'm gonna have that Reba McEntire song stuck in my head for the rest of the day. Hopefully y'all been able to see this and I haven't been just slowly moving off screen. We still have so many of these to flip through. Oh my goodness. What was I thinking this month, y'all? What was I thinking? It was going to be so hard to weed these out. Here's a little more information about her. She does have a Facebook group. I believe she still does. An Etsy shop. Can't hang on. This is Amazon printed. This was printed in 2019. So there is Cat Lover's Coloring Book. Then we have Cats in Venice by Stefania Miro. Yes, hopefully. Amazon printed book, 8.5 by 11. I think there's more than 9 images. I think this is just a sample. This one's really cool. I actually have done a picture in this. I'm so proud of myself. Again, I believe that was for Feline February. But these pictures are so pretty, y'all. So pretty. And it's different. I don't see this book around much. Like in flip-throughs and things like that. Here's the one I did. And I think I just used different, like, I don't know if I had my Arteses at the time, but I think I used like my Prisma markers and maybe some Copics and stuff. And this picture's super cute. Again, it's nice to go through my collection because I get to go back and see some of the pictures I've actually colored. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that actually was a really cute picture. But aren't these adorable? Love this book. Definitely need to color more in this book. You see I've still got some old flags on this one as well. Like, he looks a little bushy, but like he's trying to drink from the fountain. He's trying to get along with the birds. I love that. Stretchy kitty. I think these are all unique images. I don't think it's like double copies of images in here. I think they're all unique. It's like taking your kid to the store equivalent, cat equivalent, I guess. I love the mask pictures as well, and the dresses. Oh, this one, y'all. Him just sassing along on that rope. Oh, I really want to color that one. That might be one this month. She is just in love with that cat, and that cat knows it. That cat knows it and is like, are you really that surprised? You can't be that surprised. All right. This looks like extra stuff. Here's an about with Stefania Miro. I don't want to say that wrong. Altus Publishing, I guess, is the one. Happycoloring.com. This is, again, I think an older book, so I'm not real sure. See, it says Create Space. It was still Create Space paper when this was printed, so they do have other books. We're actually going to be looking at this one here in a little bit. I thought Happy Coloring sounded familiar. Alright. Plugging along. Now this is a fun one. I found, I think I found at Dollar General. I've seen other people grab this one too. This is, I think I've looked on the Crayola site and I don't think I've seen this one on there, which I was a little surprised. I saw some of the others. It says Crayola Cosmic Cats and Other Galactic Things. It says 64 pages. Here's the back. These are double-sided. So you can use pencil if you're okay with losing the image on the other side. This is thinner, really thinner paper, and it's not, it's like an off-white. Looks like it's perforated, so that's nice. And you can, like here, you can kind of see the line art on the other side. So Cosmic Cats and Other Galactic Things. Okay. So there may be things other than cats in here. I do like this. It's like little space hedgehogs. I guess theoretically this wasn't a cat-only book, but I'm trying to include a variety of books, like I guess price points and locations and stuff. So it's not necessarily just, you can only, you know, they're all Amazon only printed books and you can only find them on Amazon, and I don't want to do that. So yeah, this isn't just cats, but of course I like all the images in here, but of course I really like the cat ones. These would probably be ones I would try to scan and onto different paper, because it would be hard. Like if I wanted to color this one, I just don't think I could sacrifice the other side, because the other pictures are adorable too, not just the cat ones. I think that one's the one from the cover. Like he's scratching the planet. Yeah, that sounds about right. This is One Weird Universe, wherever this is at. It looks like a lot of fun though. Yeah, and it would be tough because a lot of these backgrounds, of course, being in space, I'd want to use darker colors in the backgrounds. I love the look on his face. So yeah, this would probably be... I need to try to scan some of these images and color them that way. The chipmunk stuff in his face. That is awesome. Oh, well, y'all are... That's going to look very familiar. Not the image itself, but that type of image here in a minute. Oh no, that poor bird. That poor space bird. That's how I look. Even at almost 40 years old, when I get some cotton candy, that is probably the look on my face. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, I love Disco Cat here. Love it. I would totally call him Disco Stew. Still watching a lot of Simpsons, so. I like that kind of selfie picture there. Yeah, maybe I just missed it on their website because they had a lot of these other types of books on there, but I did not see this one. But I'm sure, like I said, I found this at Dollar General. So in the US, so like a Dollar General discount type stores, Walmart, I believe. Some people have found these at Walmart as well. So there is that. Very simple. No cover pages or anything like that. I'm not sure who the artists are, so we're just going to simply say this is a Crayola book. Alright, I was laughing at the cat attacking in that one picture because look what we got next. This is an Amazon printed book. This was an impulse purchase, and for good reason. This is by Strange Design Coloring Books, 8.5 by 11. This is just a fun book. Helpful tips for coloring. Just in case you want to pause it. That is weird font. That is a little hard to read. But just helpful tips for coloring. They do give you some test pages. These are single-sided images. There is the front cover. This one, of course, is a favorite in this house. I'm more of a Star Trek fan, and Brent's more Star Wars, so we still managed to get along, surprisingly. I love that he has all the balloons. I don't know, I really like that one. This does have some thinner line art, so if you're not a fan of that, then you may not like this book. This would be a fantastic Christmas picture. When I originally flipped through this, I think last year, I love that one. He's just sitting there licking himself right in the middle of traffic. Does not care at all. Love it. Love it. I've seen some pictures like on Facebook and stuff where it shows people putting gigantic cats in scenes like this, and that's what this totally reminds me of. I'm just shocked they're in the water. This must be some pretty special cats to actually sit willingly in the water. I mean, I assume traffic's bad enough, but I can't even imagine trying to not only navigate traffic jams, but cats with laser beam eyes. Ooh, this would be a good one for Halloween. I'm not a big fan of coloring buildings, though, so I don't know. Like he's just trying to bat it out of the sky. Like it's a fly or something. Oh no, that poor little butterfly. I love that they all have like laser beam eyes. I love the ones that are just chilling, like this one, like knocking over and just chilling right in the middle of Stonehenge there. I love that. Oh, no laser eyes here. He just shoots fire out of his mouth. This one. Oh, I love it. Love it. This is just great, like him napping on the cruise ship. There's also a Cats in Space where cough cough we're about to see that book. Spoiler alert for the next like 30 seconds. When you least expect it, Cats Tech. Cats in Space by Strange Design Coloring Books. Again, Amazon printed. Here are some of the ones back here. There's some just hanging out in space, and there's some attacking in space. So you kind of get the cats attack and cats in space combination here. And this is from 2018. Again, I do like their font better here. It's probably very similar tips. I know for a lot of us starting out, we like these types of tips at the start of the coloring books are helpful. Color test pages. And then we've got our cover image. Singing the song of their people. Somebody forgot to feed these space cats, and they're going to pay the price. Oh my gosh, if you watch Rick and Morty, this totally makes me think of the big giant heads, talking heads episode. Show me what you've got. Yep, totally makes me think of that. And he is jamming. I like this one. It's a cat, what looks like he's sitting on pizza in space. My current shower curtain, y'all are gonna be like, again, I'm almost 40 and my shower curtain is a cat in space, like eating a taco. So there are a lot of places where I really just don't show my age. But I'm telling y'all, if I ever decide to get a different one, I want this one with the pizza cat. The space pizza cat. That is us in a nutshell right there. Age is just a number, right? Oh, totally reminds me of Men in Black with the cat with the little galaxy thing on his collar. And see, these are in space and they're attacking. He's got lightning bolts. Forget the claws. The lightning bolts is what you need to be concerned with. He looks very afraid of, I guess, whatever music's about to go down. Like this, where they got lightsabers. Cats are annoying enough when they fight. Let's not add lightsabers to it. This makes me think of the little helmet they have to put on, they've had to put on Magellan before, or Maggie when he goes to the vet. I always call it his little space helmet because it kind of looks like that. Yeah, he's riding the taco. He's not eating the taco. So it's a totally different picture. Totally different. These are silly, but they're fun. I don't know if I would ever like really do like project type coloring in these books. These are more just fun. Just randomly pick them up and maybe use some marker and just more than anything, I just like having them. They're amusing to look at. This is my issue, y'all. This right here is when I get the books. And again, I love them, but I don't know if I'll necessarily color very much in them, but they're just amazing books to have. They are a part of my collection one way or another. So, A Day in the Life of a Cat. we continue on. We have 3 books left. So I told y'all this is going to be super size flip through October right here. This is cat. We are celebrating Cattober multiple days out of the week this this month. A Day in the Life of Cat, adult coloring book for cat lovers. I believe this was part of some of the books I bought very early on before I, again, if it had cats in it, it was a winner for me. This is Amazon printed. It says copyright Genius Cats, whatever, I guess that is the group. Some of the pictures. You get 24 unique cat illustrations. They're 8.5 by 11, but they do have duplicates again in 4 by 6. So similar to the format like Jason Hamilton had. So. Is this the one that has similar pictures? I don't think so. I think it's the next one. So this says Genius Cats. I did do a picture in here. I believe this was a live stream. And I used markers. I can't remember what I used. I'm sure there were some Copics in here. Probably Copics and Prismacolors is my guess. But I remember doing that during a live stream, so. This one's great for like scenes, like household scenes where you've got cats glaring at you like that behind a door or in your closet, on your stuff, on the sink where they're not supposed to be. Or just outside being cute. I love the goofy look on his face. Like this one's probably the smart one, and then this one's the not so smart one. He probably is kind of the sidekick. And this one's up on the table. Surprisingly ignoring the other one's eating. That would not happen in my house. I love him sleeping with a little mouse. So cute. Oh, I need to color another picture in here. I'm like, oh my gosh. So many pictures, so little time. Love that one with them cuddling. My daily attempt to work right here. Maggie in particular likes to try to roll over on stuff. Yeah, I love the scenes in here. We frequently get boxes because we order a lot online just because we live in a rural area, and plus it cuts down on how many stores I have to go to. And let me tell you, the amount of cats in boxes around here. The number of cats and boxes around here is just too damn high. Sorry, I'm not sure if you get that reference. But these are really cute pictures. This and the other 2 books, like, again, I feel like there's some duplication in other books, but again, I don't think it's malicious. I think it's just using the same, getting permission to use the same images. My cats, fortunately, have never been fans of messing around with the toilet paper. If I could say one thing about them, they don't seem to cause an issue when it comes to, I like that with the rain on the windows. They don't seem to cause an issue with toilet paper. Tiger used to love laying in the sink when he was a kitten. Oh, I miss that little bugger. And that one's cute. Even more cats. So here is the 4 by 6 images. These look a lot bigger though. Are these really 4 by 6? That's what it says. But they look bigger in the images in the Jason Hamilton book. Anyway, here's smaller versions, which would be great if you were testing. Again, not going to flip through all these, but I love the scenes. I love any cat book, obviously. And I love a lot of different types of cat books, but the ones with like them in just day-to-day scenes is probably my favorites. Amanda Neel, Happy Coloring, Lovely Cats coloring book for adults. That's one we saw earlier. This is copyright 2015. So there needs to be some coloring in these books this month. We got this one and one more. We're almost there, y'all. Lovely Cats. Alta C, I assume, is the publisher. Now there is a Cats collection by Coloring Heaven that has some of these images in it as well. But again, I think they got permission from Amanda Neel, like she's actually an artist for the book or whatever. I believe that's the case. Yeah, her name's in there. So you can get some of the images there. This would be a good Halloween one. Single-sided, 8.5 by 11, Amazon printed. There's the one from the front. I love the fluffies, the fluffy cats. The clinic cat that's my house too. The clinic cat at my vet. One of the two clinic cats out there. She was fluffy, not quite Maine Coon fluffy, but super fluffy. She passed away. I found that out yesterday, and I hated that. She got pretty lucky, but she was also stubborn and liked to go out. I don't know exactly what happened, but they did find her in the woods behind the clinic, so she may have just been sick. I'm not sure. So I hated that. She had no fear of other cats. Like, she would come into the exam room if the door was open a crack. She'd hop in an empty carrier. The other cats my cats would just stare at her like, what are you doing? And she just didn't care. She gave 0 F's. And she would waltz into the waiting room back before we did the curbside service. Cats, dogs, skunks, the skunks. Yes, there some people around here own those. This picture is actually, I know, is in that collection. Because I have been wanting to color this one for a long time, and it actually would be a really good time of year to do it. I like this one where he's looking out of the fishbowl, though that fish does not look very happy with it. Again, this one's a lot of cats. There's some indoor scenes, but a lot of it's them being out in nature, so if you like that, this might be a good choice. Again, love the fireplace pictures. Ooh, good Halloween one. I can already see him. He's a gray kitty with like little darker gray spots on him and stripes. I can already see that one. Oh my gosh, it's going to be so hard this month. So hard. Great Christmas picture too. And then again, all the happy coloring info back here. It says cats are the most common pets in Europe and North America, which is surprising. I wonder if that's true. I would have assumed it definitely would have been dogs, but maybe not. Same book series, on and on. And finally, we're at the end here. For this week. Remember that picture of that stack I showed y'all? Like, this is how each week's gonna be this month. So again, if you're a fan of cats, you are gonna have a fun month between this and all the Cattober stuff John and I will be doing, and the books that he's sharing, because he's gonna have books as well that I'm sure he's going to show and color in. So you'll get all kinds of cat books this month. Cat Designs Coloring Art. I think this one is a little, yeah, this one's wider than 8.5 by 11. I knew it felt a little different. It's definitely not a Amazon printed book. So there's the back. I am trying to figure out, It says product concept manufacturing incorporated, made in Mexico. I did not see an artist on this. I don't even see like a publisher really. So if I can find it on Amazon or wherever I bought this, I will put it down in the description because it just goes right into it. These are single-sided. They have, again, these ones actually have quotes on the other side, and they have a place like a name and date if you want to do that. These are perforated, but what's weird is like the perforation actually cuts off part of the image here, which is a shame because it cuts off part of that beautiful tail. Yeah, I definitely wouldn't want to pull that out. Some of these would be pretty to frame, like this one would be very cool to color and frame. A lot of these have like also little quotes in there. Tiny paw prints, the cat memories. For the love of cats, cattails. This paper feels interesting. Like, I feel like I could use a lot of different stuff on this paper. It feels nice. Like a good kind of different, I guess. It will be interesting to see what I can do in this book. Ooh, that one would be pretty. Got the little squirrel and the little birds. That's cute. You got a little dragonfly right there. They look like they were wrestling and then all of a sudden they just both got really confused about what was going on. Again, I hate that perforation. If you wanted to take that out, takes out part of the image on this, and that's a shame. Ooh, very pretty pictures in this one. In all the books, really. I just... It's so hard, y'all. So hard to decide what to color next. I think my friend Loretta commented on one of the other videos and was saying, I don't know how you find the time to color as much as you do, and I honestly don't know how to answer that question. Like, sometimes, y'all have seen it, I go through phases where I color a lot, and then sometimes I go through phases where I just don't color that much, and some days I'll just be able to color for an hour or two at night while we're watching TV, and then that's when I do a lot of the simpler images. But here at my desk or outside is where a lot of these types of pictures get done, and sometimes I can do an hour or two on it. Sometimes on the weekend I'll spend most of my morning working on a picture. It just really depends on what's happening. So I've had a lot of issues with various illness over the past like 3 or 4 years where I've been sitting a lot more, not getting up and moving around as much, and even here sitting at the desk working on pictures like this is more progress than say like I was doing this time last year. Like, I'm up, at least up off the couch more than I was say like 6 months ago. It's just I get frustrated because I'm still not making as much progress as I feel like I should be. So even sitting up and coloring, you know, something a little more complicated is an achievement for me. So this one's really cute. Like, I really kind of want to color this one and pull it out and try to see if I can figure out how to frame it. Though I think I'll have to trim some more of this side to kind of get it equal. And then maybe do a matte or something. Let you pause. You can pause and read that if you like. Okay. Wow. So, yeah. Wowzers. This has been a doozy of a flip through Friday. So this weekend, probably Saturday, I'm thinking, I will post my finished images. We'll post the Instagram roundup of the color along this month. And then I guess Sunday or Monday we will start with a coloring chat and a book. And like I said, I think what I'd like to do, if I can probably get started on it maybe tomorrow, we're going to pick a book that's not a specifically cat related coloring book. We're going to go with the new Autumn Inspirations by George Sufexis, and I kind of want to color this one. I think there's another one in here with the cats too. So it's either probably going to be that one or the other one, whichever one that was. Anyway, I'm not going to sit here and make y'all watch me flip through this. Anyway, that's kind of what I'm thinking for Monday. It is George Sufexis color by numbers are, as you can see, a little more challenging. And a color by number would be kind of nice and a little more laid back than some of the big project coloring I've been doing lately. So yeah, we'll probably do that on Monday. And then Wednesday I have some new non-cat related books. I will do, I think, a couple books I will do a flip through of, and then next Friday we will continue our journey through my cat collection. If you do want to see the books that are absolutely like in my current collection, I do have a 2020 collection playlist that you can go check out. So anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed. As always, links will be in the description as I can find them. And any additional information like number of images in the book and artists and so on. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment. I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend, and I will talk to you soon. Bye for now.